Now, in an attempt to understand how Americans feel about resorting to violence when it comes to handling politics, researchers at UC Davis surveyed almost 9,000 people, and what they found were some pretty alarming results.
Joining us now is the lead author in that study, Garen Wintemute. Garen, thanks for joining us. Quickly, before we get to some of those results, what made you think we really need to put this to people and see what their thoughts are?
We had been monitoring trends in rates of violence, rates of firearm purchasing, rates of endorsement of delusional beliefs about the United States, and needed to get more information.
All right, well, let's go to the results. And we'll start with 67.2% of people who were polled said that they believe there is a serious threat to our democracy. 50.1% agree that in the next several years there will be a civil war in the United States. And 42.4% agreeing that having a strong leader for America is more important than having a democracy. Personally, the Civil War one jumps out at me.
The democracy one jumps out at me, that when given a choice, almost half the population and 20% very strongly believe that they would choose a strong leader over democracy. That raises real concern for the level of support for democracy in the United States.
And to be clear, it's all concerning.
Yes, no, it very much is.
Levels of it. All right, so the next results, Mike.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these other statistics that you folks found. It says 18.7% of those polled agreed strongly or very strongly that violence or force is needed to protect American democracy when elected leaders will not. 20.5% think that political violence is at least sometimes justifiable in general. And 12.2% were willing to commit political violence to threaten or intimidate a person. Now, again, all this talk with, were you surprised to see the large percentage of folks who were willing to resort to violence in order to, I guess, to protect their political ideology? No.
I had fairly dark expectations for this work based on the preliminary research that I had done. These findings met my darkest expectations.
You know, let me follow up with this. Who are these folks that you were polling, if you don't mind me asking?
So, in general, it's a representative sample of the population of adults in the United States. So all of us nationwide. We have not yet done the detailed analyses to be able to say, how do we differentiate the people who support political violence strongly from those who reject it altogether? That's coming.
Is there any optimism in this poll? Like, what's the takeaway? What should people hear from this?
Yes, I actually see plenty of room for hope here. The vast majority of respondents rejected political violence altogether, and also in support of a number of specific political objectives that we listed. And most of those who endorsed violence were unwilling to be involved themselves. So I think for all of us who reject violence, there's room to work on those who think it might be a good idea before it's too late. Federal elections are less than 4 months away.
Yeah, Mr. Wintemute, thank you so much for all your time and effort into putting the study together and then discussing it with us this morning.
Sure, a pleasure.